Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Tech Stuff. Today we are looking at the assembly of an Omnidesk Pro, a height adjustable motorized table from a company based in Singapore and Australia. When you purchase the table, there is an additional option that you can pay $80 for to have the company assemble the table in your home. But for me, I chose to assemble it myself to better understand the table and also because I enjoy assembling furniture. So very briefly, let's just talk about what the Omnidesk is. It is a motorized height adjustable table aimed at providing ergonomic solutions for your home or office workspace. It has a height range of 60 cm to 120 cm and comes with 4 memory programmable buttons allowing you to store different table heights to suit standing or sitting positions. The table also comes in a variety of sizes to suit your preference and space. A 48-inch desktop, a 60-inch, which we will be looking at today, and the 72-inch model, which is the largest that they have. As mentioned earlier, in this video I'll go step by step into the process of assembling and using this table. You can check out my 2020 desk setup video to see the full setup of this table with all my peripherals and cable management practices. But for now, let's just dive into the assembly of this table. So step 1 is unboxing and laying out all the items to see what you have. The package came in 3 boxes, the obviously large tabletop box, the extremely heavy box containing the legs and motors, and lastly a cable management bar which came free with the promotion. Inside the box containing the legs, you'll find all the cables you need to power and control the motors of the table, several labeled packets of screws and bolts, as well as the controller unit. You'll also find 2 side brackets as well as 2 motorized leg columns. The next layer of the box contains a cable tray, the feet of the table, the control box, and a long cross rail. Next up is the table box, which opens up nicely to reveal the desktop. I ordered the matte black version, which looked really great and had a really premium feeling texture. So once you've got the table out of the box, you'll want to flip it over so that the table side with the screw holes are facing up. You should also use the included packing foam to protect the desktop facing the floor. So step 2 is the assembly of the legs. Now the first thing we'll do is to attach the leg columns to the end of the long cross rail. Once that's secured, attach on the side brackets to the end of the long cross rails as well. Once both legs are assembled, you can align them on the table and connect them with the center section of the cross rail. The cross rail was made detachable and adjustable to allow you to use custom desktops of different sizes. Before attaching the legs to the table, we attach the 2 feet onto the 2 leg columns. Now moving on to step 3, which is the cable management. Now the cross rail was built to house the control box as well as the cables required to connect the 2 motors to it. Use this time to plan and organize the cable and decide which end the power cables will come out from, depending on where your wall power outlet is. You'll also have to decide which side you want the controller unit to be on the table. The one tip I have is that you can run the cables between the cross rail and the table just to have a neater and more organized cable setup. Once that is done, you can go ahead and attach the legs and the cross rail to the table. Following that, attach the included cable tray to cover up the control box and the cables. Now in the last box is the cable management bar, which came free with my purchase of this table. I honestly underestimated how useful this cable management bar was, but after setting up my computers, it proved to be extremely practical and easy to use. With this last step, the table is completely assembled. When turning the table over, remember to flip it on the back side of the table instead of the front side where the controller is. This will prevent any damage to the controller. Now this assembly was very simple and will take about 30 to 45 minutes depending on your level of dexterity. I took about 3 hours because I was filming this at the same time. But in my opinion, the assembly fees are fair, but not something I would want to pay for if I know I could do it myself. Now at the time of recording this voiceover, I've used the table for about a week, and overall the build quality is exceptional. It is made from a strong aluminum construction with bracings that are rigid, and the table isn't too shaky at its highest point. The desktop surface feels nice but unfortunately scratches easily. This mark you see here was left when I placed my camera on the table. Now functionally, the table is easy to program and adjust precisely. The cable management bar is also well integrated and easy to manage, hiding all the unsightly cables and has enough space for multiple cables. So the price of the table is on the high side, but I think it's very reasonable for a motorized standing desk. This comes from one of the few trusted brands in Singapore, and customizable tables will always be more expensive, but if you look at it as an investment of your health, it will be well worth every dollar you spend. Another advantage to buying from Omnidesk is that you get a 3-year warranty as a default, a 2-year additional when you post a picture of your table on social media, and an additional 2 years that is purchasable within the first year. That adds up to a total of a maximum 7 years warranty. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this instructional video of the assembly of this Omnidesk. There are a few out there, but I thought I would make my own to make it a bit more comprehensive and also add in a bit of a review to it. Stay tuned for my next video showcasing the full desktop setup with all my peripherals and cable management tips and tricks. For now, that's it for me. If you have any questions, do leave it in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one.